Get ready for action, because the Chicago Cubs just sent the New York Mets to their 11th straight loss, rallying for a dramatic 2-1 victory in 10 innings. We break down every crucial moment of this incredible comeback.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
The Mets fought back in a surprising fashion, starting with Tobias Myers as the opener before David Peterson stepped in, setting the stage for a pivotal moment when MJ Melendez blasted a solo home run in the 5th inning to give New York a 1-run lead. But the Mets' hopes were dashed when closer Devin Williams couldn't hold the line in the 9th, allowing Michael Conforto to tie the game before the Cubs staged a thrilling 9th-inning rally to clinch the win. And we wrap up with some incredible baseball moments, as Gary Cohen breaks out the dictionary to describe Carson Benge's unbelievable highlight reel catch in the 9th inning of the Mets' victory over the Angels. Stay with us for more breaking news. The Chicago Cubs secured a dramatic 2-1 victory over the New York Mets on Sunday, ending the Mets' 11th consecutive loss in a thrilling 10-inning rally. The Cubs managed to pull off the win through key plays in the late innings. In the 10th inning, Nico Hoerner hit a sacrifice fly off Craig Kimbrell, setting the stage for the comeback. The momentum continued when pinch hitter Michael Conforto tied the game in the 9th inning with an RBI double off closer Devin Williams. The Cubs' offensive surge was bolstered by Pete Crow Armstrong opening the 10th on second base, followed by a sequence that saw a wild pitch move him to third base before Hoerner scored easily. Caleb Thielbar pitched a scoreless 10th inning, marking the Cubs' season-high 5th straight win. The Mets struggled significantly, recording only 6 hits in the game. The long losing streak for the Mets has been particularly concerning, with the team having been outscored 62-19 during the slide and averaging just 2.9 runs over their last 17 games in April. The game featured several key moments, including MJ Melendez hitting a home run in the 5th inning, his first since being recalled from AAA Syracuse. The Cubs maintained offensive pressure throughout, recording at least one baser runner in each of the first 7 innings. Following the victory, the Cubs will face the Philadelphia Phillies, while the Mets begin a 9-game homestand against Minnesota. The New York Mets ended a grueling road trip with a disappointing 2-1 loss to the Chicago Cubs in extra innings, extending their losing streak to an 11-game mark after blowing a crucial 1-0 lead in the 9th inning. The game started with a strategic personnel shift that proved beneficial. The Mets opted to start Tobias Myers ahead of David Peterson, who had been struggling recently. Myers delivered a masterful performance, pitching 2 shutout innings, and Peterson responded strongly, throwing 3 shutout innings to keep the team in contention. The offense broke through in the 5th inning when MJ Melendez hit a solo home run, giving New York a 1-0 lead. The Cubs starter, Javier Assad, held the lead until the bottom of the 9th, when Mets closer Devin Williams entered to secure the victory. However, Williams faltered under pressure. He allowed a single to Ian Happ, who had a 2-hit game, and 2 batters later, former Mets player Michael Conforto delivered an RBI double to score pinch runner Scott Kingery, tying the game and forcing extra innings. The Mets ultimately succumbed in the top of the 10th. While Marcus Semien managed an infield hit to move ghost runner MJ Melendez to third with 2 outs, Luis Torrens struck out, giving the Cubs the chance to win. Craig Kimbrell entered for the 10th inning, but after striking out Dansby Swanson, Nico Hoerner delivered a clutch sacrifice fly to right field, scoring Crow Armstrong and winning the game for reliever Caleb Thielbar. This stunning loss completed the Chicago sweep at Wrigley Field, following a previous sweep by the Los Angeles Dodgers in Los Angeles. The Mets' dugout appeared visibly shaken by the sudden reversal, though they face a tough challenge on Tuesday night against the Minnesota Twins, featuring Nolan McLean pitching against Mick Abel. The Chicago Cubs staged a dramatic comeback to defeat the New York Mets, ending the Mets' 11th consecutive loss in a 2-1 victory in the 10th inning. The pivotal moment came when Nico Hoerner hit a sacrifice fly off Craig Kimbrell, setting the stage for the rally. Pinch hitter Michael Conforto tied the game in the ninth inning with an RBI double off closer Devin Williams. The Cubs' rally began in the top of the 10th when Pete Crow Armstrong opened the inning on second base, capitalizing on a wild pitch thrown by Kimbrell to move him to third. After Dansby Swanson struck out swinging, Hoerner lofted a fly ball, scoring Crow Armstrong. Caleb Thielbar secured a scoreless 10th for Chicago, marking their season-high 5th straight win. The Mets struggled significantly, recording only 6 hits in the game. MJ Melendez hit a home run to start the 5th inning, his first homer since being recalled from AAA Syracuse. David Peterson provided solid bulk relief, pitching 3 innings and 2/3 of an inning, following an opening start by Tobias Myers. The Mets' losing streak is one of their longest, following a previous run from August 28 to September 8, 2004. During this slide, the Mets have been outscored 60-19 and have averaged just 2.9 runs over their last 17 games in April. In the ninth, the Cubs mounted their final push. Ian Happ led off with a single, and pinch runner Scott Kingery scored from first on Conforto's double into the right field corner, tying the game at 1. Conforto was stranded when Williams struck out Carson Kelly and Crow Armstrong, both swinging. For the upcoming series, the Mets will begin with RHP Nolan McLean pitching against Minnesota, while the Cubs will see RHP Colin Rea start their opener against Philadelphia. The New York Mets secured a 5-1 victory over the Angels on Sunday, highlighted by an incredible defensive play from Carson Benge in the ninth inning. The catch was so spectacular that SNY broadcaster Gary Cohen reportedly looked up the dictionary to find the perfect description, ultimately calling it a pulchritudinous play. Broadcast partner Todd Zeile expressed his astonishment at Cohen's choice of words, stating, "I'm not going to say it was pulchritudinous, but I'm going to take your word for it. That was an amazing play." For context, pulchritudinous is an adjective meaning physically beautiful or attractive. The dramatic moment occurred when Angels second baseman Vaughn Grissom hit a ball that appeared headed for right field. Benge displayed exceptional hustle, diving over to reach and secure the ball, recording the second out of the inning. Third baseman Oswald Peraza subsequently struck out to officially end the game. Following the game, Benge acknowledged his surprise at the extent of the play, stating, "I was kind of surprised to tell you the least. If I see a ball that I think I can get to, I'm going to go after it. I'm just glad that I was able to come down with that one there." Mets skipper Carlos Mendoza commented on the significance of the play, noting that if Benge had missed the opportunity, that's a completely different inning. This win marks the second victory for the Mets in their 3 games against the Angels this weekend, following a 4-3 win against the Lowe's Angels-Dodgers on Friday night. The Mets' schedule remains busy, with 6 road games ahead, including a 3-game series against the Rockies starting Monday, followed by a weekend series against the Diamondbacks.